This is the SED showground at Milton Keynes. Here's assembled the greatest collection of operational construction equipment in the UK. Nearly 400 exhibitors and over £500 million worth of equipment on display. In fact, everything needed for today's construction industry as it stands poised for the next millennium. Some exhibitors are showing brand new plant, demonstrating leading-edge design innovation. Others have honed established products into market leaders. Whatever the situation, on this lightning trip through SED 99, what we want to know is, what are the trends in the industry and what strategies will be needed to be successful in the next millennium? Will it be versatility or specialization that wins the day? First, let's talk to David Waugh, who organises the team from Contract Journal and Plant Managers Journal who run the show.
SED belongs to Contract Journal and Plant Managers Journal, two of the leading publications in construction in the UK, part of Reed Construction Publishing. And it's a market product to bring the magazines in a three-dimensional way to our readers. And our objective really is to make sure that we put the maximum number of customers and potential customers in front of our exhibitors and hence our advertisers in a real-time, open working environment.
I've attended SED now on and off for nearly 20 years, and over the years I've seen the show evolve and grow to reflect the changes in the industry.
It's changed quite dramatically. The history is that the show started in 1963 and it had 12 exhibitors, a bunch of enthusiasts who wanted to try and show collective customers what their machines could do in a working environment. It's grown since that time. We moved to Fen Farm, we've been here 9 years, and it moved from Whipsnade where we simply outgrew the site. And here we were able to offer exhibitors more or less what they wanted in terms of size of space to demonstrate and show their products and the kind of flexibility they needed as things grew. The show has grown dramatically. We've almost got to a capacity size now, and although the heart of the show has been plant and excavators and heavy machinery moving, the development has been in that we've now branded as the national event for construction. We have scaffolding sector in, we have the cranes and access sector in, we have speciality feature areas such as the workshop, which is in the main pavilion where all the trade stands are. So we have broadened the scope now, whilst the hardcore still remains the heart of the working demonstrations and the excavators and the movement and the compactors. We still now feel that we're reaching the whole of the market in terms of all the products somebody in construction needs to see in one place.
10 years ago, when the show was still at Whipsnade, I inquired what the trends would be in the future. Most experts agreed that one trend would be the growth of mini excavators, and amazingly, their prediction was correct. The SED catalogue now lists 35 companies exhibiting mini excavators. We only have time to examine half a dozen of them, but the question I asked each company was the same. Why is your mini excavator different?
Peljob, part of the Volvo Group, Europe's largest manufacturer of mini excavators, and we've been manufacturing machines to suit the European market since 1978. SED, this year we're launching our new range in the 2 to 4 tonne sector, which is the EB250, EB300, EB350 and EB450. The main features of the machines, we've increased the performances of the machines by a number of situations, new design on the boom equipment, new hydraulics. But the real design and the real way forward for us is to improve the acceptance of the operator, to look after the operator, to look after his comfort in the cab and his safety. So there's lots of safety features we've built into the machines. The next most important thing, because our market is mainly to self-drive rental companies, is to make the accessibility from the engineer's point of view. So there's been some tremendous strides made on the machine to make all components easily accessible.
Kibelco in general, whether it's minis or standard machines, it's an excellent product. It's a quality machine. The Japanese put a lot of thought into machine design. They will have to be 100% sure that the machine is A1 before they would release it onto the market. Residual values on Kibelco machines, we believe, will be excellent. and it's an overall quality machine. The other thing on Kobelco, they're constantly talking to customers to get their input on machine design, on cab comfort, on changes that the customer, the end user, wants to see from these machines. And they look at them, and there's constant and ongoing design changes. Minor changes, but minor changes which mean a lot.
The reason that people buy the Chafe excavator is very simple. It offers a complete machine. It gives the versatility of 2 doors, good access to engine components. It looks after the driver. He has a large cab. He's able to change his attachments, which play an enormous part in this day and age, with a simple quick fit device, which is a standard on the machine.
Well, we've been here 20 years, we've sold 10,000 machines. It seemed a good opportunity to celebrate the occasion, so we made 100 units available. In a special edition, they're available to special order, and every dealer in the country and every customer that has and runs Kubota has the opportunity to buy a special edition machine.
We have a range of 9 models altogether. We're actually showing 2 new models at SED here. The 322, which is the first of our mini excavators with extending tracks, and also a new large machine, the 341, which is out of top of the range. The idea of expanding tracks, obviously, is that it gives much greater stability, especially when digging across the tracks, which of course is very important for grading work and things like that. So, and that's something new to us. They'll be available probably around about July and August time of this year.
With all these different manufacturers competing in the marketplace, what are the trends for the next 10 years?
The mini excavator market is growing quite at a pace. There's still a lot of growth left in it. Predominantly we are feeding a rental market in the UK, so the machines have to be what we would call plant hire machines. There's lots of things that we are looking for to offer the customer, really to make his life a lot easier, make the machines more profitable. But the mini excavator is certainly still on a growth pattern, and at the moment it's the largest volume sales product in the construction industry.
Do you think there'll be changes to design over the
Yeah, there's constantly looking at changes to the design, constantly looking at what we're trying to get out of a compact machine. But the reality of it is we've still got to keep our feet firmly on the ground because we are supplying a rental market. So the technology that we use has to be modern, but it also has to be easily understood by the average engineer. So we don't really need to take the technology too much further than we are at the moment, just make the machine simpler, stronger and more robust.
The trend you will see will be towards zero tail swing, which is machines where there is little or no rear overhang, it operates within the width of the tracks, and already well over half the Japanese market is taking zero tail swing machines, and I think inevitably will come here in the UK, certainly over the next 3 to 5 years.
The importance for the attachments is very simple in the fact that everybody is looking for utilization. If you can put more attachments with a machine, you will get that utilization. What you can put on a large machine, you can now put on a small machine. They're finding better uses, greater uses. We're looking at tunneling with various machines. We're looking at getting more out of them.
I see the trend on mini excavators continuing on the reduced tail swing. I believe that they will start to get a lot more simpler. One of the things that the end user is unsure of is the design changes from the tail overhang to the reduced tail swing, but we've had an awful lot of interest not only on the minis but also on the standard machines. And on this demonstration plot here, several machines working in close proximity have shown the ideal concept of reduced tail swing.
Yeah, so the tail swing is something which is of course of big important in small mini excavators, which are often, if you take for instance the 1.5 ton mini excavator, which has to go through door openings and so on, and when you rotate the machine, if you have a big overhang, it gives a hell of a problem. So that means that the trend today is that the overhang is so small that it doesn't go outside the width of the machine. So it is also a trend, but I think it's more a fashion thing than a real feature. The problem with small machines, of course, is that they tend to become too sophisticated and therefore too expensive. So I think that you have to find a balance between technical sophistication and serviceability, easy to operate and that sort of thing. So things should not escalate, I think. Plant will become more versatile. That is the message, I think. So important is versatility. Ergonomics will play an ever increasing role. Serviceability. These are all features. So from a technical point of view, there is not that much difference anymore between one piece of equipment and the other, of course. So you have to do it, and you have to make a difference in ergonomics, serviceability, and that sort of thing. So more compact, certainly yes, but rather more versatile, so that you can use one piece of equipment for several jobs.
Of course, mini excavators are not the only products on show. The larger excavators and other plant are very important and received a lot of attention from the visitors. In fact, JCB, who were back at SED after an absence of a few years, seemed to have cornered a considerable proportion of the visitors to the show. The stand was so busy there was no one for me to speak to and interview. Still, there was a full range on show, from mini excavators to telescopic handlers, including, of course, the machine that's synonymous with the name JCB. Komatsu were at the show in force with a whole raft of new machines.
We're here today with a huge selection of Komatsu compact utility equipment for the first time, showing the complete range. We have Japanese-built PC30 MRX zero tail swing mini excavator, for the first time on display in the UK. We have from Komatsu UK the PW150, which is the 115-ton rubber-tired excavator built in Gateshead. We have the Moxie MT36, 36-ton articulated dump truck, radical new style from Norway. And we also have a huge range of Furukawa F-Series low-noise hydraulic breakers.
Hyundai were here for the first time, although their machines have been exhibited for many years by their distributors. They had new machines too.
Well, we show here several new excavators and wheel loaders, one of which is the 160 LCD, which is a machine rather unusual in a 60-ton class and has a dozer blade. And it has an offset boom, so it can be used in very confined areas, and that's the reason why it is mainly used in urban areas. Then we have here a 5-ton mobile excavator, which is here for the first time as well. It's in fact the sister of a 5-ton crawler machine, which has been introduced at the end of last year. We have several models of new wheel loaders as well. And we also have the first sample of a machine which is the start of a compact line of equipment, which is a small 600-litre hydrostatic wheel loader.
Another company using SED to launch new products was Case.
This year we have a number of new products we're launching. Behind me you will see the 595, which is the all-steer, all-wheel drive backhoe loader manufactured at our Manchester operation. Also this year on the stand for the first time in the UK we have the new C-Series wheel loaders. That's a 621, 721, 821, 921, sizes ranging from 2.1 to 4.5 cubic metre. We also are launching a new Mini on the stand today, the 2.3 tonne. It complements the existing range with 1.5 right up to 5 tonne. But I suppose the big story in the UK as far as our major launch today would be our excavator range. We are now branding the Alliance range, which is a Sumitomo product. Though we have a range of models from the 7 tonne, the 13 tonne, the 21 tonne, the 33 and the 45. All crawler machines. Although it's our first official launch in the UK, We have been very successful in launching this product in the last 3 months in the UK, and there are a number already working. It's amazing really. We've only had this product, as I said, for a number of months, yet really we can't get them quick enough. The demand is quite incredible because our customers know it's from Japan. Like a lot of Japanese product, it has a tremendous reputation for reliability. In today's tight margins and competitive costs, you know, reliability is key.
Benford used SED to launch a new mini dumper with loads of razzmatazz and smoke.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the simple AC850.
It was all very exciting, but really, what was special about this new dumper?
It's a robust dumper built by a British dumper manufacturer. It's a hydrostatic system. It's also got a water-cooled Kubota engine. It's ideal for going through narrow aisle access. It's also ideal on site conditions as well. It articulates and oscillates. It's got oil-immersed brakes, maintenance-free brakes. It's got a new type of joystick control, forward reverse lever mechanism. You can keep one hand on the steering wheel while actually operating the forward and reverse movement, elevating the skip and discharging into a skip at the same time. Very easy to operate.
Not one to stand back in the shadows, Caterpillar launched several new models with a presentation to the press. Beautifully choreographed, the demonstration showed off the advantages of the four-wheel steering. What a treat to be able to learn about some of the technical features of the new CAT 90 from a female member of the CAT European marketing team.
This is the smallest compact wheel loader that CAT has on the market. It's a 45 horsepower machine. You've got two bigger sisters to it, a 906 which is 60 horsepower and a 908 which will be soon launched into the market in the UK, which I think is 80 horsepower. So this is a single piece box boom, and this is a unique and patented design from Caterpillar, which allows you to have great visibility to the ground. And as you can see, the cab has a single full length pieces of glass, which means that your operator can see the ground very clearly. Same thing at the back, you've got an excellent visibility on this machine with the rounded curved hood, which is really an excellent asset to this machine. This is I think a hydrostatic machine, so it's very easy to operate. Operators don't get really tired at all. We've got very good feedback from the market. They really love it.
And because she was French, for her one particular feature of the CAT 90 stood out.
I think being a female in this industry, I think the design of this machine is fantastic. It looks good, very modern, and you can see that there was a lot of thought given to this machine when they designed it, both on the look or the versatility or the serviceability as well.
The highlight of the CAT stand was the arrival of Q from the James Bond movies. The latest Bond movie will feature several Caterpillar machines, and to coincide with this, CAT brought in the man who's synonymous with gadgetry to present prizes in an operators competition. Over the years, companies not directly connected with the construction industry have begun to exhibit. One product group that's become very popular at SED is that of screeners. I've always associated them more with quarrying, but of course with the growth of redevelopment work, the use of screens has increased substantially. X-Tech exhibited several monsters, including their tracked three-way split screener and a remote controlled unit, while several companies exhibited excavator mounted screens. The amazing thing about SED is that the range of products on show is so large that there's always something interesting just around the corner. Butler Equipment Sales was showing their Avant multi-purpose machine. With a multiplicity of attachments, it's extraordinarily versatile. I visited them earlier at the Royal Agricultural Showground at Stoneleigh, where they were putting the machine through its paces, and was amazed at what it could do. Not only is it a mower, but it can be a brush cutter, a forklift, a trencher, and a post borer. That's not the limit of its attachments, just the limit to what they had to hand. Here was a classic case of a machine that owed its success to versatility. And back at SED, other companies were proving the same point. Success comes from being versatile. For example, Roughneck from Portsmouth were showing their mini excavators, again with a wide range of forks and other attachments. While just around the corner, a strange spidery access crane was on show, along with the standard door frame through which it was claimed it could go. Then just when you think the case is proven, further along the avenue a pipe bursting device was on show. With more and more water mains to be replaced, this machine claimed to be the ideal unit for replacing old cracked mains with new ones. But it was a specialist machine from a specialist company who were obviously enjoying great success with it. Another specialist field is trenchless cable laying. It's a technology that's become extremely important with the rise in cable networks, and TT UK were taking bets on the accuracy of theirs. They reckoned they could hit the pole every time. Oh well, there goes another fiver. Their larger trenchless unit had tunnelled right out of the showground and was spraying the outer fields with water. Other useful machines included Garrett with their side discharge wheel washing unit, while across from there, HMF were demonstrating their range of truck-mounted cranes. Not only could they be fitted with muck-shifting buckets, but they were even remote controlled. Not everyone exhibiting here was interested in selling plant. Some, like Ainscow Crane Hire, were showing off their specialist hire fleet. The Ainscow family has been in the construction industry for generations, but the crane hire company dates back to 1976. Now it's claimed to be the biggest crane hire company in the UK, with 270 units operating from 19 depots, generating a turnover of £30 million a year. Their flagship is the huge 1,000-tonner, the Millennium Lifter. Since its purchase, it's been so popular that plans are underway for a second machine. When it goes out for a fully rigged job, it takes a convoy of 17 articulated lorries. The specialist nature of many of Ainscow's lifts and increasing health and safety standards has prompted the company to introduce contract lifting. Ainscow take full responsibility for the lift and supply a suitably trained appointed person as required by British Standard BS 7121. They'll also provide insurance, method statements and risk assessments. Specialization has enabled Ainscow to become experts in a highly competitive marketplace, and they're ideally placed to raise quality standards across the industry. One way they're achieving this is by means of training seminars at their training centre at Leyland. The courses cover operator foundation training, an appointed person course, safety awareness, mobile work platforms and many others. They're all CITB accredited and together have contributed to Ainscow's ISO 9002 accreditation for safety and service standards. Ainscow are a company that's specialised in a particular section of the construction industry, but have attempted to become the market leaders. They've capitalised on the ability to provide expertise as well as equipment. HM Plant, on the other hand, have a wide product brief. They're the importers of the Fiat Hitachi range of heavy equipment, and having a wide range of heavy plant in their portfolio has been the secret of their success.
The company actually has an 18-year history, of which I've been fortunate in the last 6 years through a management buyout. And in carrying out that management buyout, with its turnover then of 38 million, we are currently heading towards 108 million turnover per year, which is a phenomenal success. coupled with that effort from our own management and staff, we have a product range supplied by one of the world's leading manufacturers of construction equipment, namely Hitachi and Fiat Hitachi. More recently, we've seen the additional Firmec products come into our range. And you can see behind me, for example, you can see the new and latest Hitachi crawler crane. My group has developed into an industrial, construction, agricultural and automobile componentry distributorship. We are very focused in distribution. More recently again, we've introduced agricultural, and we've seen the introduction of Samidoids Farm. So we can supply all avenues of capital equipment, ranging, broadly speaking, across those areas I've mentioned.
Hewden Stewart, who claim to be the country's leading plant hire group, also subscribe to this concept of specialist versatility. Not content with a run-of-the-mill range, Hewden have developed specialist divisions within the company to supply contractors with everything they could possibly need.
During the past year, we have consolidated virtually all our activities into the Hewden name. The Hewden identity now covers all our rental activities, and today Hewden Stewart plc is purely a rental company. So the rental specialist has the name Hewden, and Hewden Plant Hire, Hewden Crane Hire, Hewden Tower Cranes, Hewden Rail Services, Hewden Services, Hewden Instant Access, and of course Hewden Hire Centres, our tool hire division.
Well now, at the conclusion of our tour of SED, can we answer the question we posed at the beginning? Is specialisation or versatility the key to success? Well, it all depends. If you're supplying a competitive market, then it seems that versatility is valuable. For example, the excavator market will probably become more dependent on greater utilisation, which means using the machinery on a wider range of projects. On the other hand, many companies have successfully discovered new niche markets, and these have capitalised on the specialist skills necessary for success.
Plant hire is still quite a young, emerging industry. It's still very, very fragmented. There are over 1,000 registered plant hire companies in the UK. There are over 4,000 registered tool hire companies in the UK, and there are many small companies offering different rental services. I see the industry developing strongly. I see that the culture of renting is growing. I see that there's more and more demand to offer a comprehensive service, in other words, more one-stop shopping, to supply on one invoice a wide variety of equipment, from cranes down to small tools. And I think that Hewden Stewart is at the forefront of the consolidation process.
One thing is clear though, all these companies have one thing in common. They were all here at SED 99. But will they be back for SED 2000? What did they think of the show?
Fantastic.
Oh, it's a great show, especially when the sun shines.
SED as a show is a very important show to us. It allows us to present our company in a working environment to a very receptive audience, and we will always back it.
The organisers have once again done their best, a lot of improvements this year, and we're very happy. And the most important is that this is about the only show where you can demonstrate machines.
Well, it's brilliant. We've been supporting it for 20 years and we wouldn't go anywhere else. We always look forward to it. We always have a nice experience. Loads of people come and see us. It's a great week for us.
We've been at SED ever since Pearl Job came into the UK, and it's been a great vehicle for us. We meet our customers here. We also meet the competitors to see what everybody's doing. But if you're in the construction industry, you've got to be at SED.